Hi everyone, I'm Maddie.
And I'm Amber.
And we're
Witches Talking Tarot.
And we're coming back with Bring Her Back.
Season 5 premiere,
yes,
y'all.
exactly.
I loved how you did that, but I wasn't sure where we were going, so I couldn't join in.
So we're gonna come back with Bring her back. Okay, I already said it once. Yeah. I don't know.
They brought us back,
Look,
y'all.
you know what we need?
You brought us back. That's what you did. You are the Bring Her Back. You brought your favorite witches back.
A thing. And guys, help us get this by checking out our Patreon. Because listen to this. We need one of those things that we can press and it goes, laugh track.
Oh my god, yes.
I don't know. Maybe that would get annoying. Because we're so funny. You know what I mean? I feel like it'd just be constant.
No. The most annoying thing is the laugh track is just our really bad laughs.
Oh my god. Like we got to get like a kitty laugh from that 70s show. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Or we could get like a creepy kid laugh. So it's
like, oh my god.
Or we could have Nelson Muntz from Simpsons.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. We need to get a recorder so we can do a different laugh every week.
We'll go through the episode archives and find that one really witchy laugh that Dustin, hey Dustin, talked about, you know? Like, I don't even know how to replicate what I did.
But I know what you're talking about, yes. Okay, so we're going to be talking about the A24 movie Bring Her Back. Let me just start off by saying I was slightly disappointed in the movie because...
Not what you expected.
Not what I expected. If you're going to put a trailer out for a movie, let's make it show.
Yeah, but I think that was part of the horror for them, right? Yeah. So like, if you think about it from the standpoint of somebody who is a horror producer, right? Mm-hmm. You're not trying. Okay, so you might be lulling your constituency or your viewers, because that's the better word for that, into like lulling them into a false sense of security, so then you can scare them. Or, in this place, it was lulling us into thinking it was going to be one story. And so we're, like, ready for that story. We're invested. And then this other thing unfolds in just this horrific fucking way. And that's still horror. Mm-hmm. And as a horror producer, when you ask somebody how and they're like, it was so awful. I just couldn't stop watching, and you're like, did my job,
or I had to turn it off. Yes, because that's the ultimate
did my job, right?
So I guess I should
say terrify your audience or
spoilers?
Horrify them.
Should we do?
Spoilers! This is
a newer movie.
We only have done new movies twice now.
So I'm gonna say spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert
for the whole episode.
Because we haven't actually said anything specific yet. Not yet. Not what we expected. And it's horrifying. It is horror movie.
Yeah, no, it really is.
Horror.
So the premise of the movie is there are two children whose father passes away, and so they are put into the foster care system. One of them is 17 years old. The brother is 17 years old. He's about to age out of the foster system. And he has
like kind of a little bit of a history with his behavior.
Yes. So, they wanted to originally split them up. Somehow, I can't remember how.
He's so close to being an adult that he wants to adopt his sister, but they seem to be step-siblings. It seems to be that her mother has already passed. Because the way that certain things were said, it seemed like she was already a human being coming into the situation, not someone being born into the situation. You know what I mean? And there is a line somewhere about her natural father. So I'm pretty sure that they are just step siblings, and he wants to adopt her when the father passes, because he's always been, kind of taking care of her anyway. Right. And I think their dad was sick before he died. There was a mention of cancer, wasn't there?
Okay, so that whole shit just confused me. I did, but
they're not very clear. But I think that's also part of like
the mystery.
The unknown is terrifying, right? Yes. Like when this movie is ultimately it's bring her back. It's about bringing somebody back, and we had talked about reasons why you might do that, but also fear of the unknown. And this movie itself brings you a lot of that fear. Period.
Yeah, it really does. It does. So he ends up talking the lady in. They go to the same house, whatever.
Right,
okay?
right, yeah.
For them to stay until he turns 18. And
well,
then
and she's supposed to be like watching his behavior because he has some kind of history. Yeah.
Yeah, to make sure that it's a safe environment or he's a safe person for his sister to go live with. Yeah. What we learn is that the mother that they go to stay with, or mother figure,
right, foster mother,
actually,
and this is an Australian movie, and I reiterate for the millionth fucking time, Australian horror is as fucked up as Japanese horror, and it just needs to not be watched. Like, humans don't need to watch Australian horror.
Oh my God.
The only horror movies I can't get through, Japanese and Australian. Everything else, like, it's not horrible, but like, think about it, Australia. Like,
it's just horrible.
It's just horrible anyway. So like, their horror is like terrifying because like
they're not scared of anything.
Right? Yeah. Like, look where they live. Like, and if you're our Australian viewer, thank you so much for being our viewer. We have the utmost respect for you still being alive where you live. Seriously, I'm not even pretending.
No, you're real.
No, it's real scary. Like, so I've seen pictures. I watch nature documentaries.
The foster mother has recently lost her daughter.
How recent though?
Yeah, I don't know how recently.
Has
lost her daughter. She also has a quote unquote other foster son. And he's a fucking creep. Like, let's be clear, this kid is a what's his name?
This kid is Uncanny Valley.
Ollie.
Ollie is Uncanny Valley.
Offended.
He's Uncanny Valley Ollie.
I'm haircut, like buzzed off. Okay? Which isn't weird in itself, I guess. But the way
later you'll understand why. Oh, I didn't tell.
No.
Did I tell you? Spoilers later.
Okay, yeah, you got to tell me. So there is a reason his hair is cut.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, Ollie's a fucking weirdo and he acts super fucking weird. But so is the foster mom. Like, again, we already did spoiler
she's not
alerts,
Uncanny
right?
Valley weird though. She's
she's manipulative.
She's the kind of person that you know you shouldn't trust. You just don't know why yet, and you'll find out like as we do.
It's giving.
But Ollie is just Uncanny Valley. Like, it's a person, but is it? Like, why is this person? And she explains like, oh, he went through this traumatic thing where his parents just died too, and he hasn't talked since. I'm sorry. Ollie, oxygen free. I'm sorry, poor Ollie.
Does he live?
Actually, surprisingly.
Okay, thank God. Ollie is actually the one.
Ollie's like the only one.
Ollie is the one that fucked me up, and why I had to stop.
Yeah, it was why the gore man.
Well,
A24 went too hard with the gore.
So anyway, they're living there. This foster mom is she's very weird. Ollie's very weird. She keeps him locked up in his own room for
she's very weirdly possessive of Ollie and or protective of Ollie. Like, at first it comes off like she's trying to protect Ollie, but then it seems like she's trying to protect the others from Ollie.
Right. It's like a really strange. It's like a really strange mixture.
Well, and we didn't even talk about so we talked about this is the basic flow plot, how it starts, but the very, very first images you see in this movie are horrific scenes of naked bodies or half naked bodies that are dirty and bloody. Some of them are dead. Some of them are living.
Hoping not to remember that.
I'm sorry, but it's a very important part of the plot.
It's unsettling because the very first scene is of a child, a baby. You know, I don't know if you remember.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, I was hoping to forget. And then
I had forgotten. I just remembered the people part
first
because you see that we'll go back to that imagery 2 or 3 more times. And what we find out is that it's something that the foster mom's watching.
Yes, it's
really interesting and awful. But if we could have stuck with adults the whole time, I'd have been all right.
It's like a Russian, and
it is in Russia. It's absolutely
it's like
100%
a Russian
in Russia.
ritual,
which check out next episode about necromancy because this is a pretty big part of Slavic life is necromancy.
Maybe that's why they did.
I think so.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Next episode, we'll talk more about that next.
It was really gross. So they go to their dad's funeral, and this bitch is trying to make the son kiss his father's dead body. Now, let me say,
she is fucking abusive.
she wasn't wrong saying it's custom, because it is custom in some cultures. It's wrong to force someone to participate in a custom that they don't want to subscribe to. And also, I don't think that was why she did it. I think she used that as an excuse. Because one of the things she said was, you need to. It's custom. It's custom to do this.
She manipulated him in a lot of ways.
Absolutely.
Like, and from a place of convincing him of normalcy. Oh, well, this is what people do. Mm-hmm. And if you want to get custody of your sister, you'll do it too. Like,
right. Then they go home. They first of all, where's Ollie during this whole time? Locked in his fucking room. Okay.
Alone. The kid that's like oddly whatever, who's like traumatized and whatever, alone in the room, in the house by himself for an extended period of time.
Right.
That's weird. It's unsettling. Like, they did an amazing fucking job with the unsettlation.
Oh yeah, they did. They get home and she allows them to get pretty fucked up. Now let me talk. That scene, I didn't hate. I think that's my favorite scene in the whole movie.
I hated it because you could tell from the get-go that she was baiting him into something. She's been trying to bait his behavior. Mm-hmm. Like, this woman has convinced him he's wetting himself at night to try and force him. But she's trying to force him to get in the shower, which he's terrified of. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because we later find out, did you find out later why he's terrified of showers? It's not just because his dad died in the shower.
Because his dad beat the shit out of him.
Yeah. His dad was very abusive and would turn the shower on so that the little sister that he protected didn't know what was happening to him.
So the reason this is...
And so, like, there's this weird resentment between him and the sister because he's always the one that took the brunt of it. And she adored both him and their dad and would be like, I wish you'd be better. Like, I wish you and dad got along better without knowing that. So, like, she had, before they got fucked up, she got him to admit that about the dad, though, right? Yeah. So, like, I was just expecting something bad to come from it.
Them getting fucked up? Yeah.
Also, she let the little girl get fucked up, which was really weird. Because, like, she's 12, right?
Well, when I say I didn't hate this scene, it's my favorite scene, it's because there's no gore in the scene.
Yeah, no, sure.
But also,
I just didn't
really
that
enjoyed...
lady already.
Yeah, I know. I was getting some creepy vibes from her.
Yes, I thought she was going... Yes, that is what I
thought that's what she was going to do.
I thought she was going to do that to one of them. I just didn't know which.
I thought she was going to do it to him and then accuse him of...
something her.
Yes. Yeah.
I thought she was trying to get him out of the way so she could do something weird to the sister, which is not entirely wrong.
Right. But anyway, they have a whole conversation. They have a whole conversation.
Remember how Gio was like, my daughter watched this with us.
She peed on him and dumped it on him. It could be sexual. Like,
that could be. And she got so mad. She was like, why do you guys keep making it sexual? Because it looks like she's gonna grape the kid. Like,
yeah, seriously.
I was getting the vibe.
It made me uncomfortable.
It made me uncomfortable.
Seriously, like,
but as P play should, unless you're into it. In which case, I'm not yucking your yum. I'm just saying, P play's not for everyone, like me or you, and you being Maddie. I don't know about you, listener.
No, it's
no judgment. It's a judgment-free zone, except when we're talking about this crazy lady in the movie.
It's gross. It smells, and it's just like
somebody else's pee.
I know, like, ugh. Okay, but anyway, point is
we're going hard with the spoilers. Sorry, guys, this movie's so fucked up.
They end up having a really,
They have like a release, right? They break things. They're screaming. They're yelling. They're laughing uncontrollably. They're doing things until they cry. It's a beautiful release of a celebration of life in a way, right? It's not your typical celebration of life,
but I loved it.
But this woman is manipulating them, so she
in a proper situation. I would love to do that. After just like in a proper situation, but it's all fucked up. They end up having a conversation, and this is the thing that I love the most about the movie is the topic of grief. They talk about his grief and they talk about her grief. And it was so relatable. Yeah. You could tell the person who wrote the script truly understood grief. Yeah. Because,
and I mean, you cannot experience human death without experience human loss. And that involves grief. And a lot of horror movies tend to skip.
They
over
do skip
that
over that so
aspect.
quickly. Yeah,
they do. Like even if
stick to
somebody's
the
sad
horror.
about it,
Yeah.
it's like they'll be sad about it. Oh, and now we're doing something else.
Right.
Like that sadness lasted.
Well,
but they really do, like, they let you know this is
yeah.
a main theme of the movie. You're not mistaking it. Like, it's truly there, and it is unsettling because to stay in this space
and it's so
is unsettling.
It hurt
because it's not
me
natural.
as someone who's experienced grief. One of the things that she said was like, how could I do this how could I leave without my daughter? How could I do this while my daughter's in the ground?
The funeral. And I felt that so
how could I
much
leave
from a personal perspective.
The cemetery while my daughter's still in the ground.
Yep.
And in a way, like, I went through some serious grief and depression, and for me it manifested as I laid on the couch for weeks. And I was like, my house is a mess, I need to get up and clean. And my exact thoughts were, how can I get up and do the dishes when this happened? Yep. How can I get up and sweep my floor like nothing fucking happened? It did happen. How do you live? How do you truly live?
And the staying with it, because like there used to be a picture in my hallway that I would talk to, and it would prevent me for hours from doing anything because it would be that conversation of how do I do these things? Like, I'm supposed to be doing this and this and this and this and this, and you're supposed to be doing this, this, and this, but instead you're dead, so why am I even gonna bother?
Yeah, there is truly no answer to that question. Why should I do this if they're gone?
And that is the epitome of human grief.
Yeah. There is no, and I think that's why it's so hard to get over. Because sitting there saying, like, how can I fucking do this while this person is gone? While this happened? How can I do this? Well, you just have to. And that's not a good enough
because
answer.
Like, well, that's the point of life. Well, the point of life is to live. So
exactly. And then I see where people just fall into that.
Yeah. No,
No, how
absolutely.
do you get out? How do you get out? It is a hole that you fell into, that you literally have to dig yourself out of, and it's not a fucking, like, there are steps built into this hole. Well, you have to claw your way out of, or build your own steps.
And as you put it that way, this is exactly what we're watching the foster mother deal with her own daughter's death for, because she is clawing, instead of out of the depths, she is trying to get out of the depths by clawing further into the muck, because everything that she does in this entire movie is aimed at the goal of bringing her dead daughter back.
It's a psychosis. And unfortunately, it's a common spiritual psychosis. I didn't realize how common a spiritual psychosis this actually was. I'm sorry, did I say something?
No, I'm just picturing this movie.
Oh,
did we already say it's really visually
it's fucking
awful
disgusting.
And jarring, and go into it like horribly prepared to be just, and you know what, maybe you really like the awful, gory, horrible things, but you're not prepared for this one. I'm just gonna say that.
Well, and apparently necromancy, or thinking you have the powers of necromancy, really is a very common spiritual, because it's labeled spiritual psychosis, that people go through when they grieve. When I was doing research on this movie and reading other comments and shit about this movie, one woman, and I don't even know her name, I'm not going to share her name, it's not mine, whatever, but she had lost her baby boy, and she truly believed that she could pray over him and bring him back. And it doesn't, and it doesn't work that way.
It doesn't. I mean,
at least not every time. Yeah, I mean, I'm not. Okay. Let me take that back. I'm not saying I think it's impossible, or it's. The world doesn't work that way.
Correct. Like, I believe all things are possible, but also Lazarus was a story.
You know, like and also I do subscribe to the belief that if you bring someone back, they will not be the same.
Yeah, I'm definitely of the Pet Cemetery rule with that.
Like, they won't be the same because they're not supposed to be here.
Right, and also because if you truly bring that soul back, according to my belief, and we'll talk about this more in the next episode, but I believe when the soul exits the body, it goes out into the ethers and it travels through the universe and it learns and it experiences more things and it gains so much knowledge to go along with that which it experienced while it was here. And so, like, from that standpoint alone, you're not the same anymore. You know what I mean? Like, so
and the
you can't come
is not
back
prepared to hold something with that much knowledge, to hold something that.
Well, even if you are like, even if you can exist here with that much knowledge, you know what's outside of this body now. You can't stand being trapped. You know what I mean?
Well, and it's mentioned,
and it's
exactly.
also like if you were existing in this universe that is more like that dark. Oh, what's that fucking movie, The Event Horizon, where they go to hell essentially and then come back? Like, once you've been to hell, you can't exist here. Because, like, if you survived hell, then you did it somehow. And the rules of hell don't exist here. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I'm saying this right, but it's like you would kill something, possibly, or you would, just like in Pet Sematary. Anyway.
Well, and it's like, I'm going to have to mention Deathly Hallows. You know, this literally the story of the Deathly Hallows with the Resurrection Stone is a man was so sad he missed his lover who died, so he brought her back, and she was sad. And she did nothing but mope, and she wailed and she cried, and he couldn't understand why she wasn't happy to be back with him. Why aren't you happy to be back with me? So ultimately he killed himself, and I think he killed her as well, so that they both could die
together.
Yeah.
And he'd be happy to be with her. She'd be happy to not be here anymore.
Right. So why bringing someone back just doesn't sound
it's
like
selfish.
It is selfish. It's selfish. It's unnatural.
It is unnatural. And I mean, the way this woman does it, I mean, like, she destroys the lives of 3 children, because ultimately Ollie is not her foster child. Ollie is a child that she has kidnapped as the host body to bring her daughter back to life, because you need 3 individuals. One is the person that died, one is the vessel that's going to transfer life from the person that died to the newly dead body that is the replacement. So it is her daughter passed, Ollie is this weird vessel thing that she uses, and then the blind foster daughter is going to be the replacement for her daughter. And she's okay with destroying Ollie's life as a whole, as though Ollie is not a human being.
Surrounded in her own grief.
She is. Well, and her own guilt, because she feels guilty because it was, quote unquote, her fault. It was an accident, but her blind child walked into the pool that had water in it and drowned. And so she feels guilty because she had left the back door open or left the gate open. She facilitated that, you know. But it's like this movie that Corey and I just watched last night, which was not good, and I don't know the name of it. But it was, ironically, another Australian horror movie. And it was about, like, a virus, right? Like a zombie kind of virus world, right? And essentially, like, the woman's husband came home from work infected from the rage virus thing. She didn't react fast enough. He bit their daughter. So her husband and her daughter are both dead. She comes upon a stranger who is fleeing, like, the government because he has, like, they tried to round everybody up into camps. You're supposed to be living in one of the camps. If you're not living in the camp, if you're, like, living on your own still, like, that's not allowed. So anyway, like, the government entities caught him and his brother trying to get medicine for his child who has been infected. And, like, her whole deal is, I know I'm not supposed to help you. I know it's causing me trouble. And it kills her. She gets bitten in the process of helping him get medicine to his child. But her thing is, I failed my daughter. I didn't save my daughter. So the best thing I can do is save your child, not take somebody else's kid's life and then another person's kid's life to bring her kid back. You know, I'm just saying, like, the duality of Australian mothers and this one is the right one.
You say that about an Australian zombie movie. Did you ever watch?
Yes, we've talked about it. I'm not thinking about
It's
Cargo.
so fucking awful.
No, this movie's bad enough. Don't make me think about Cargo. I saw the full movie. I know you saw the short. I saw the whole thing with the Hobbit in
Martin
it.
Freeman.
It's so fucked up.
Does it end the same way? Talk about fucking grief.
God, talk about spoilers. So he, like, the Cargo is he's finding a place for his daughter because he has gotten infected during a zombie thing, and basically he's trying to find somebody who can take care of her, but it keeps going bad and it keeps going bad, and finally he does find somebody, but he dies.
Well, I mean, I guess he's infected.
Yeah.
God damn, that movie fucking blows. That's just depressing.
You know what? I'll take Cargo over Bring Her Back.
I would,
any fucking day.
Because the
like,
grief is different because it's
and it's just like the difference in the movie I watched last night and then that the A24 movie that we're talking about, Bring Her Back. Like that, the one mother's grief is I failed my child, I can save this child. Her view is I failed my child, so give me another chance.
Yeah,
that's fucked up.
No, it is.
Because like Ollie is, so the thing that happens with Ollie, which you don't know.
Well, I was gonna explain the ritual real quick, which is like basically
that's part of what I was.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Too. No, you're good. You're good.
Basically,
where Ollie comes in.
Ollie is used as the host in between vessels. The way that they transfer spirit from the host into her is he must consume the dead body of the person that they are trying to bring back and then vomit it in her mouth.
But she's got to be dead. She has to die in the same way that the other girl did. Okay. So it's actually...
That's too elaborate.
Yeah.
That's too much effort.
Yeah, that's
like I don't know.
I think that happened after, like, when I watched it later, after you were
also the
home again.
To me, the eating the body and then throwing it up in the other person's mouth is simply shock value. And
so, like, the thing is, like, Ollie is incessantly hungry. That's why the worst scene in the movie exists, because Ollie wants to eat, but Ollie can't eat until it's time for them to eat her.
Yeah.
Which is part of why Ollie has no hair. Part of it is because, like, he's being fed human hair as, like, a thing to tide him over while he waits to be able to eat the dead body. Because, like, she's already started the ritual, but she can't finish the ritual until the little girl dies in the same way that her daughter died, right? So she's got to get through all of this. And, of course, the big brother's going to be in the way, so she has to get him out of the way first. But then he tells, like, the social worker about it, and so he speeds up her timeline. Like, she now has to, like, make it all happen. But I think it's not so much that he's throwing up her body per se. It's more like her essence, because he's somehow this. It's like if you think about a cauldron transmuting things, right? Mm-hmm. He's the cauldron. So the one body's going in. He's partially digesting. This is why we couldn't eat before.
I didn't watch it. I had to turn it off. Stop! You are actually gonna bomb.
I can't. Like, I can't. I literally said to Maddie, like, we can have dinner together, but after we do this, because I can't talk about this movie. That's why I had to turn it off.
It actually made me physically ill.
Me too.
It was not even that it was a horror. It wasn't like a psychological, I'm sick. I was physically sick because cannibalism is wrong. And it's put into our brains, you know, lizard brains, that cannibalism is wrong. And that was the biggest trigger.
It's not even just that, though, because, like, he eats wood and, oh, my God. But anyway, she stole Ollie from his family. There's, like, a missing persons poster. He had, like, long hair. That's also why she shaved his head, so he'd be less recognizable. But in the end, the cops take her away. I can't remember if she manages to kill the little girl or not. I think she does kill the little girl. She absolutely kills the boy. And Ollie manages to get outside of remember that one time when the kid dragged him out of the line of salt and he got sick? So, like, Ollie drags himself over the line of salt because he's stopped from, like, the process of eating the dead girl.
And so does he come back to himself?
He, like, vomits out all the bad stuff, and they find him just as himself, like the cops do. So, like, I think Ollie is the only one that survives without, like, half of his teeth. Oh God.
Oh
Okay.
God, his
Ooh,
teeth.
sorry guys, if you like, I just couldn't get through that. I'm like, I literally gotta throw up.
Would I recommend this movie?
Nope.
No.
No.
I don't.
I'll tell you about it, but you should never watch it.
I don't think I would recommend it either.
Read about it.
Horror rating.
Like if it's based on a book or something, read the book.
Don't read the book. That would fuck me up even more. Don't do that either.
Horror rating. It's like it had a great plot. I don't like that there were so many children involved. I think
I was not expecting that at all.
Yeah,
I truly was
teenagers, sure, like 17, 18-year-olds, like that's
right.
That's your horror
Well, and
movie,
I think that's what fucked me up again, what made it so bad. Now, horror rating for me is absolutely 5 out of 5 stars because I simply could not finish the movie. And if I cannot finish a scary movie because it is too much, too scary, too gory, too whatever, it is automatically 5 out of 5.
Right. If it's not because it's so bad that I can't watch it anymore. Yeah. So like
the writer and director reached their goal, at least with me.
I was horrified. I was disgusted. I was all the things they probably wanted, except for pleased. Like, if they wanted me to be pleased, I was not pleased with that horror movie viewing. Like, at the end of From Dusk Till Dawn, I'm pleased.
This is like the first horror movie where you're just like, fuck, no. Like, yes, exactly. Because
no.
You watch horror.
I do. I love horror.
Right. Like, she's writing horror. Yeah, exactly. But, like...
Plug Amber's first book here. Thank you to Nicole from Doom Generation for buying my book. You're the best.
Amber wrote a book. It's not like Bring Her Back. It's more... I don't know.
It's like cycle... It's... Okay, so what I think the most appropriate way to describe it is Goosebumps meets Shirley Jackson, but it's like it's more psychological thriller. Like there are some gross things. Mostly in my next books, they get like more gore-y,
right?
Because shout out Edward October. That's why I have so many horror stories. Is because I write for the show October Pod. I'm a co-producer and writer on October Pod for Edward October. Which is how I became a member of the Horror Writers Association, which is why I was like, I could put a book out. Actually, shout out to my husband. He encouraged me, and so did Maddie. Like, back in 2020, we were going to be book writing buddies, and then life changed.
Life changed, but we're doing it now.
We're doing it now. Fuck yeah. But, like, because there's, like, the one story ends, like, so if you guys are longtime listeners, you've heard some of these stories, but they maybe are a little finer tuned for the book, because last year at Halloween we wrote some stories and they are in this book. But so like the one ends kind of gory because like she's got the bloody tongue,
right?
You know. And then the very last story is kind of gory, and then the third story is necromancy. So that's fun. I didn't think about that crossover.
Definitely check it out. You can find it on Amazon and Kindle, and it's under Amber Jordan.
Yep, Amber Jordan with a U, Jourdan. It is Tales from a Witch, Terrifying Travels and Traditions, which this is a terrifying tradition in this movie, and I do not recommend the movie. I don't recommend the movie either. A24 went too hard. Like, I like A24.
I love A24. Heretic was fantastic. Loved it so
Heretic
much.
Was so good. It had so many amazing visuals.
Midsummer. I know you love Midsummer.
I love Midsummer. Amazing visuals.
What other ones?
A24 is great with the visuals.
Oh, yeah. They're amazing.
They just went too hard with the visuals.
It was too much.
It was too much.
And we say that, and other people may not think it's enough. I don't know. If you don't think it's enough, though, you're kind of fucked up. I'm gonna be real with you.
That's not enough for you. I don't know what else you need.
Right.
Like,
just if that's not enough for you, just let somebody punch you in the fucking face if you're trying to feel something. My God, I couldn't finish it.
That's so like that's a good way to put it because it has. That movie.
It doesn't have sex.
It doesn't have sex.
Actually, that's it. So which is actually surprising.
Thank God it didn't have sex.
Right. No, I mean, there's the way that it was written. There's no way it could have been added in. Like,
maybe,
but
it would have been so horrific.
Well, it's just Usually horror movies have a lot of sex in them as well. So that one did not. Midsummer did. Heretic. It was talked about, but
Yeah, I think it was talked about. But, And I mean, then A24 did the X movie, and that's all
they did.
about sex. Like that was a horror movie.
Who the fuck is that guy? Hugh Grant. I don't give a shit if he's like almost 80 years old now. He looks good as fuck.
Hugh Grant, definitely your type because the blue eyes, dark hair.
Oh fuck yeah, I loved him in the early 2000s.
I liked Hugh Grant for a short period in the 90s, but see, his awkward is just not my kind of awkward because I'm pretty sure he was in 4 Weddings and a Funeral, and I watched 4 Weddings and a Funeral like too many times because Andie MacDowell.
He's in Love Actually. He is the prime minister who falls in love with his assistant. Love it. He's also in the Bridget Jones' Diary series, which is a modern-day remake of Pride and Prejudice.
Which I always forget until you say that.
But you know who's really hot? And I know I've said this before. Hotter than Hugh Grant? Colin Firth every goddamn time. What a Girl Wants.
See, and both
He's
of them,
why I have
they're
daddy
just
issues.
like, they're like average white guys to me, and I don't know, because like for me, they're in the same. Discovering those two is in the same era of discovering like Antonio Banderas and George Clooney. So
what? Antonio Banderas is nice as hell.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like that's why Hugh Grant and Colin Firth are just average white guys because Antonio.
They're
Banderas.
British. What do you expect?
Yeah,
they're average
not my
white.
type. They have really good teeth for being British. JK, we have a lot of UK viewers, and we appreciate you so much, and I'm not making fun of your teeth. I was making a stereotypical joke, and that was wrong of me, and I do apologize.
Well, with that being said, is there anything else?
Yeah, let's just end on Amber's faux pas.
Is there anything else you can think to say about this movie? I think we've covered it all.
It's too much. Don't watch it. Go watch Midsummer instead.
I'm so upset. I just want to say I'm so upset with this movie for it being too much because I've been talking to you about it for months.
Yeah.
So excited. I suggested that we do this movie for this episode, you know what I mean? Like I've been so excited. I don't know if you were excited.
I was.
I didn't know if you were
excited, but I didn't think it was gonna.
No.
I thought it was going to be more like that Hand movie that I haven't watched, like Talk to Me or whatever. Like,
oh shit, I do want to see that one.
I do want to see that
But
too.
that one's scary. That one
That
does look scary. Like,
you know what? I will take scary over gory. Please,
they
God.
touch the hand and then they can see spirit. Yeah, I forgot about that.
No, like there's no, that was actually fucked up. I remember I watched it with Lolly.
Is it scary or is it good? It's not gory. Is it concept that's scary? What's scary about it?
I didn't watch all of it. I just saw part of it, and it was in line with some of the things that we were not having fun watching. I'm not going to spoil 2 movies in one thing, so let's do the closing, and then
all right.
If you are not a patron on patreon.com/witchestalkingtarot, you should be one for as little as $1.50 a month. It really helps us bring a better show. And now that we're back for season 5, like we got Mo, you know?
If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe, and you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Threads at Witches Talking Tarot.
Yeah, okay, is that all the... Oh, and the X at Classiest Witches. I was like...
Oh, we did
it! That was good. Season 5, y'all.
Yeah.
Right.
Thanks for sitting with us for...
a spell.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.